Hi everyone, it's your boy Ricky here with Honeybee Stamps. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to be making a card using the next freebie, which is a boy. So excited. We have a freebie boy here. You get this, if you spend $75 or more, you get the stamp. $100 more, you get the stamp and the die set. We're also going to be using Bitty Buzzword Seasons matching die set. We're also going to be using my new favorite. Yes, I'm so excited. Mini Slimlines. I love making these cards. And then also we have a mini Slimline envelope maker that we are going to be making our own envelopes with as well. We're also going to be using some paper from the Summer Stems paper pack here. And we're also going to be using some white paper here with the card base. And we're going to be using the Intense Black ink, some tweezers, and some glue, all by Honeybee Stamps. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Here we go. The first thing we're going to do here is we are going to build out our base for our card. I'm going to use the second to the last rectangle here for the mini Slimline. And I'm going to go ahead and get that pattern paper cut out. Had to get that even here, so making sure that it's onto the plate. And now I'm just going to cut off another piece with the same die, but it's just going to be a little thinner because I'm going to be putting it onto the cardstock here. And then here you can see me going back and forth trying to figure out what pattern paper I want to use for just a thin strip here to join these two pieces together. And I'm just trying things out, going back and forth, just seeing exactly what I want and what I need. This is a piece of gray pattern paper that was in the pack as well, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that. I'm going to use some honeybee glue here. We're going to get the first little layer down here onto the polka dots here. And now that we have that down, I'm going to put my thin layer of gray stock or gray gray pattern paper. Why am I can't think today. So we have all those glued up together now, and now we are going to go ahead and get this glued down to the base, and this will be our card base for the card here. So we have that nice and glued down. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get this little boy stamped out. I'm so excited that we have a boy freebie. I believe this is the first time that there's been a boy that I can think of. We're going to use some Intense Black ink here and go ahead and get this guy stamped out. And now that we have them stamped out, we are going to do some coloring, but I just used some colored pencils here to color this little guy out. And if you look over to the right, you'll see another one that I colored, but he looked a little bit too much like Ronald McDonald. I couldn't really get over the red and yellow, so we'll use them for something different. It just didn't match the card base that I had already made, so I went ahead and colored this little guy out so that he could match. I went ahead and colored him out. He's been die cut out and all that great stuff, but then I realized I forgot to put a flower onto the card for him to water. So here I'm just going to show you really quick that I did some color penciling here. Super simple, nothing crazy. I wasn't blending. It's so small that I didn't even really need to blend anything. But yeah, I just needed a little flower to place onto the card because it kind of wouldn't make sense that he's watering. I mean, I guess you could water the ground, but we just needed a little flower. So I'm just going through here with my colored pencils and just choosing a few colors out. Again, I'm not doing anything crazy here with the coloring. It's pretty simple. So now that we have everything cut out, we're going to go ahead and get some 3M foam tape on the back of everything here. We'll go ahead and place a thin strip onto the boy, and we'll also put another piece onto the can, and we'll go ahead and get him placed onto the card base here by pulling off the backing of the 3M foam tape. We're going to go ahead and get him placed down onto the card, which I don't know if I should have pressed down so hard yet, because maybe what if I needed to move him, but anyway, now I'm just putting on the sentiment here, and then pretty much the card is completed. The next thing we're going to do is the actual envelope here, and if you notice, I did my little exit there, but then I was like, oh, I need to make my envelope, so I had to re-record some of this, you guys. So now that we have the everything out for the envelope, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the flaps here that will go onto it, and also the little closing pieces for the envelope as well. And now that we have everything cut out, we're going to go ahead and get this placed together. I believe when I did this, um, I really wasn't paying attention to the cutouts on the little pieces here, so I think I may have put something on backwards, but I'm still trying to figure out what I did wrong. It just looks a little different than it should. Maybe you guys can let me know. But we're going to go ahead and put some double-sided adhesive on the back of this piece of paper, and then we are going to go ahead and get this placed onto the first part of the panel, and this will be the one side of the envelope. And then we have the other side here. And I think what I did here was I just didn't put these in the right order. So when I went to go put it together, there's these little squared off pieces, and I think that should have been on the inside. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out, you guys. So if you see me do something wrong here, let me know, because I'm still trying to figure it out. The next thing we're going to do is put on the bottom piece of the envelope here. So I'm just going to use some double adhesive tape here and go ahead and get that placed onto the card. There we go. We have that down. So here is where I think I messed up. I put it together. Maybe it is right. Heck, I don't know, you guys. It looks fine to me. Even though it seems like something's wrong. Anyway, we're going to put a piece of pattern paper here for the top folding part of the card. We use some liquid adhesive because it's just easier that way. And then that is complete for the card. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. And make sure that you head over to Honeybee Stamps and check out all the great products from their latest release. It's so fun. And also make sure that you head over to Instagram and check out what they post over on their Instagram. You can also check me out by looking for Bromero Cards on YouTube and Instagram. And I hope you guys have a great week. I look forward to making next week's card, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.